Hello, all you wonderful boys and girls. It's so good to see you again. I'm so happy you joined us tonight, right here at Night-Night with Nichols. And I'm Gigi, of course, and this is Gigi's Corner. I'm so happy to have you, and I'm going to read you a wonderful, wonderful story tonight. But first of all, I would like to just say something to each and every one of you. I want you to know that you guys are absolutely perfectly designed. You're perfectly made, and that's wonderful. No matter what you do, no matter what you look like, I want you to know that you're perfectly designed. And that's the title of our story tonight. We're going to read a story called I Am Perfectly Designed. It's written by Karamo Brown and Jason Rochelle Brown, illustrated by Anusha Saeed, copyright 2019, and read with permission by the Macmillan Publishing Company, LLC. All right, are you guys ready? Have you all brushed your teeth and got your pajamas on? You're all snuggled up? Did you get all your chores done? Is everything good and you're ready for bed? Good. We'll read this story and then we'll get ready for bed. That'll be good. Here we go. I am perfectly designed. As you can see, he is perfectly designed, right? Just like you. And he says, first there was you, Daddy, and then there was me. And that's how it goes. First your mommy and daddy, and then you. And now there is us. And us makes a family, as long as they're family. They make a family, right? And he says, when you first saw me, you said, he is perfectly designed from his head to his toe. And Dad said, and I meant every word of it, and I still do. And he still does. See, Dad's helping him with his shoes. That's what our mamas and our daddies do. They help us with our shoes. They help us get dressed when we need it. They help us with all kinds of things. He says, when I was a baby, I looked just like you, only I had no hair. And you had lots of hair. He says, now it's the opposite. And Dad says, so true, so true. Yes, you can see that he had lots of hair at one time, right? Maybe your daddy has lots of hair and maybe he doesn't, but that's okay. He's still perfectly designed, right? He says, remember that? You know, the first thing I remember is being carried on your shoulders while you walked me all over the city. He says, do you remember that? I had such a big baby head. That's pretty funny. Dad says, indeed, you did. But your big baby head was perfectly designed just for you. That's because we are perfectly designed, right? Silly pages. Okay, when I was real little, I thought you could touch the moon. Remember that? We'd sit on the roof and reach for it. Well, we may not have a roof to sit on to reach for the stars or the moon like he does, but that's okay. We have a porch, or even to go out in the yard and look up in the sky and you can see the sun or the stars and the moon, just like I have here. I love the stars at night. They're beautiful. And Dad says one day, you'll be big enough to reach it yourself. But until then, it's perfectly okay to ask for help. We can ask for help when we need it, and they'll be there to help us. Dad likes to help, doesn't he? Remember when we went as syrup and waffles for Halloween? Oh my goodness, that's pretty funny. Look at how funny they look. There's a little witch over there, and the little doggy's even dressed up. Isn't that cute? I do, said Dad. I do. That was awesome, he said. I wonder what will be this year. Is it time to start thinking about Halloween? Be a little bit early. But you can think about it. Prepare, right? He says, when I run in the park, jump in the park, climb trees in the park, and pretend that I am a statue in the park, you remind me, Dad, that I am perfectly designed to explore the world. Dad says, yes, you are, and you always will be. Look at him having fun there in the park, running and jumping and climbing trees and playing pretend. You know, if you can't climb trees yet, you might be a little bit little, but you know, you'll get bigger someday and you can. Or, you know what I like to do is lay a blanket on the ground and just look at that beautiful sky, the trees, watch all the kids playing. It's so much fun just to be together. Sometimes, Dad, when I get mad or sad or even confused, you wrap me in your arms so tight, and I really like that. Me too, says Dad. And I remind you again that you are perfectly designed and wonderful, no matter what you're feeling. And that's true of you guys. It's very true. No matter what you're feeling, you are still perfectly designed. Perfectly. Did you know that? Well, looks like they're taking a walk in a farmer's market. But it looks interesting. It looks like maybe some watermelons. And over here we could have cupcakes and bread. Doesn't that look like fun? Walk through there, maybe, and pick up a snack. He says, Dad, when I grow up and leave home, will you miss me? Well, what a question, huh? Will you go into my room and play with my race cars and my stuffed animals? You know I will, said Dad. So very much. And we do. We will miss you. Miss you guys when you grow up. See, my kids are all grown now. And I miss them, but they come and visit a lot. And I like that. Will you sit on the fire escape, excuse me, and feed the pigeons like we do in the summer? Dad says the pigeons and the sparrows. Just like that. Pigeons and the sparrows. Feed them all. He says, will you remember our favorite music moves? I will. And I will invent some new ones too. Look at that. It looks like they're getting some new moves down there on the bottom, doesn't it? Do you like to dance? I like to dance. It's kind of fun sometimes. Play music and dance around. Good exercise. Dad, will you always think of me, he says. Wow. Taking a little walk there. Just having some fun time together. Will you always think of me? And Dad says, always, always, always. You know what, Dad? What, says Dad? I will always remember walking through the city and sitting on your shoulders, and maybe when you're older, and maybe when I'm a little bit taller, wonder what that, I can carry you on my shoulders. Oh my, because we are perfectly designed for each other. Right? Dad says, that's right. Absolutely. And that is the end. Did you all enjoy that book? I certainly hope so. I certainly hope you realize how very, very special and wonderful each and every one of you are. You're perfectly, perfectly designed. And so I'm going to say good night. Let you all get snuggled up and go to sleep. I hope you had fun with me reading that book. I know I did. Until next time with Night-Night Nichols, this is Gigi, right here from Gigi's Corner saying good night.